Every single day, somewhere in the world, a worker goes to their job and doesn't come back home. According to the ILO, over 2.3 million people die every year from their work-related injuries and work-related illnesses. Now, that's very, very alarming. That's like one person every 15 seconds. So let me ask you this question. Why do you think companies just take safety like it's just a box to tick? In this video, I'll be looking at the 3 major reasons why health and safety is very, very important in the workplace. Now, the first reason is the moral reason. Do you know that many people go to work just to earn money so that they can take care of their families and their friends, Let's imagine this worker who is a scaffolder. He goes to work and he discovers that the scaffold is actually damaged. Now he goes on to tell the supervisor that, okay, see, this scaffold is damaged and I can't work with it. Now this worker, in quotes, has a family, he has kids in school, he has friends who he supports also with his earnings from his job. Now when he tells the supervisor that this scaffold is not good, the supervisor tells him, just continue, within 30 minutes we'll be done. Now, within 30 minutes, this same worker gets an injury. He falls down from that scaffold. And what happens? Well, he doesn't die, but he now has a broken leg and he cannot walk again. Now, if he can't walk again, what happens? His family won't get that support that they've been getting from him. His friends also won't get that support that they've been getting from him. So this was not just an accident. It was actually a choice that was made by someone that preferred speed to safety. So every worker in the workplace has a family. They are either a dad, they are either an uncle, they have children, they have friends, they have extended families who actually look up to them. So when these workers pass through that gate to come into the workplace, it's like they're giving their life to you to take care of their life. So morally speaking, you should do the right thing by making sure that they go back home to their families the same way that they came. Because at the end of the day, they are human beings. They are not just resources that you want to use to get your job. So morally speaking, it is the right of the employer to provide a safe and healthy working environment for these workers. Now, the next reason we'll be looking at is the legal reason. When we talk about the legal reason, it has to do with the law. It has to do with the regulations guiding health and safety in different parts of the world. When you go to different countries, they all have the health and safety regulations that guide them. When you go to the US, you have the OSHA. When you go to the UK, you have the Health and Safety at Work Act. When you go to the different countries, they have their own regulations and standards. And all these regulations and standards pass the same message. Let's say, for example, we have a factory that deals with chemicals. This factory did not really carry out any risk assessment. This factory did not provide the PPEs that the workers needed for months. And these workers have been working in this kind of place. They've been inhaling these chemicals. They've been exposed to these chemicals and these fumes for a very, very long period of times. No PPEs, no monitoring or supervision, no trainings. They just let them to work like that. Now, when the government's regulating agencies come to this place, they discover that this is what's going on here. They even check their records. They discover that there is no health and safety records. There's no training. There is no supervision. There's nothing that has to do with health and safety. What happens? They find this company a very huge amount of money and even ban this company from operating for the next 5 years. Now, where did the problem come from? Because this company did not care about health and safety from, carrying out risk assessment, providing the right PPEs and following the health and safety regulations. So it's not negotiable. It's the obligation of the company to follow the health and safety regulations that are in that particular country. Now, the third reason is the financial reason. This is more for the CEOs, the business owners, the managing directors. When they talk about health and safety, well, even if you don't want to consider the moral aspects, you don't want to consider the legal aspects, you definitely have to consider the financial aspects, because every work-related injury or illness actually costs money to your company if you do not know. And when you look at the financial reasons, you are looking at the direct costs and the indirect costs. When accidents happen, that means you lose production time. There is also damage to properties. You compensate workers. All these things are direct and indirect costs that will affect the company. Why? Just because you do not take health and safety important. So guys, I want you to remember these 3 things: the moral reason, the legal reason, and the financial reason. The moral reason, because every worker is a human being who deserves to go home safe. And the legal reason, because the law is not optional. It is an obligation for you to follow the law. And then the financial reasons, because cutting corners in safety is one of the most expensive decisions that a company can take. I hope you got some value from this video. Please do also hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and follow for more safety related content. I'll see you in the next video.